Episode 3, The Stranger in Town. The next morning, Willow Creek felt different, quieter, tense, like the whole town was holding its breath. Rachel pulled her hoodie up over her head as she walked to the corner cafe. She needed coffee, and she needed to think. The photo of Chief Daniels with Emma kept flashing through her mind. The dead phone, the hidden messages. It all pointed to something rotten at the heart of her town, and Rachel was starting to realize she was in way over her head. Inside the cafe, people whispered in hushed tones. Everyone had heard about Emma's disappearance, but no one wanted to say it out loud, not in a town like Willow Creek where secrets were currency. Rachel ordered a coffee and sat by the window. The street. That's when she saw him. A man she didn't recognize. Tall, dark jeans, leather jacket, a backpack slung over one shoulder. He wasn't from around here, that much was obvious. In Willow Creek, new faces stood out like a sore thumb. The man glanced around, then walked into the cafe. Rachel's instincts screamed at her to stay invisible, but before she could even look away, he spotted her and walked straight toward her table. "Mind if I sit?" he asked. Rachel hesitated. Everything about him said trouble, but something in his eyes, tired, serious, made her nod. The man sat down across from her. "I'm Nick," he said. "Nick Larson." Rachel stayed quiet. Nick lowered his voice. "I know you're looking for Emma." Rachel's stomach dropped. "How do you know that?" she whispered. Nick leaned in. "Because I'm looking for her too," he said. "And you're not the only one who's noticed something's wrong around here." Rachel's hands gripped her coffee cup tight. "Who are you?" she asked, voice shaky. "How do you know Emma?" Nick glanced around the cafe, making sure no one was listening. "Didn't know her personally," he said, "but she found something out, something big, and she tried to warn someone. Before she disappeared." Rachel swallowed hard. "What did she find out?" Nick shook his head. "Not here. Too many ears." He scribbled something on a napkin and slid it across the table. "Meet me tonight, 9 p.m. The old rail yard." Rachel looked at the napkin. Another address. Another abandoned place. "Why should I trust you?" she asked. Nick stood up, slinging his backpack over his shoulder. "You shouldn't," he said, walking away. All day, Rachel wrestled with the decision. Go to the meeting? Stay away? She didn't even know if Nick was telling the truth. He could be leading her into a trap, but deep down, Rachel knew she didn't have a choice. If there was any chance of finding Emma, she had to take the risk. At 9 p.m. sharp, Rachel drove to the old rail yard. It was even creepier at night. Rusty train cars sat abandoned on broken tracks. Weeds grew wild between the gravel. The air smelled like rain and old metal. Rachel parked under a broken streetlight and got out, heart hammering. She kept her phone clutched tight in her hand, ready to call for help if she needed it. She waited. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Then, a shadow moved between the train cars. Nick, he waved her over. Rachel hesitated, then followed. They met behind an old red boxcar. Nick pulled something out of his backpack, a worn folder stuffed with papers and photos. Rachel stared. "What is that?" she whispered. Nick handed it to her. "Proof," he said. "Proof that something's been going on in Willow Creek for a long time." Rachel flipped through the folder. Photos of meetings late at night. Copies of strange bank transfers. A list of names. Names she recognized from tow. Politicians, police officers, even the mayor. All tied together by one thing. Emma had uncovered a secret network of corruption, and it looked like she had been silenced because of it. Rachel's mind reeled. This is huge," she said. Nick nodded. "They control everything. Money, power, and anyone who asks too many questions disappears." Rachel's throat felt dry. "What about you?" she asked. "Why are you helping me?" Nick's jaw tightened. "Because 2 years ago, my brother disappeared too." Rachel's eyes widened. "I thought he ran away," Nick said bitterly. "That's what they told us, but now I know better." He looked her dead in the eyes. "They're covering up more than just Emma. They've been doing it for years." Rachel felt like the ground was slipping out from under her. Her small, safe town wasn't safe at all. It was rotten to the core, and she was standing right in the middle of it. Suddenly, headlights swept across the rail yard. Rachel and Nick ducked behind the boxcar. A black SUV rolled slowly past, its windows tinted dark. Rachel's heart pounded so loud she thought they would hear it. Nick grabbed her arm. "We have to move," he whispered. "They know you're looking." Rachel stared at him, fear freezing her in place. "Rachel," Nick said urgently, "if you want to find Emma and stay alive, you have to trust me." Rachel closed her eyes, took a deep breath and nodded, because there was no turning back now.